Alright, just coming up here to check real quick. We had a lot of baseball going on today. But I'm just coming to see what's going on with everything. Everything looks good. They got hay in here. I don't even feel like cleaning up that boo-boo right now. Do that later, it's not much. They got their hay here. Alright, so I gotta get those couple beams to fix this right here, and then that'll be done. Just looking at what I need for next week. Listen to everything. Checking out the property. I'll be back up here next week to do some work. We supposed to get rain this week. Huh? All right. Let's get some hay up here. They got all the hay they need right now to eat off there. And up in here. Everything looks good. Everything looks good. That side of my building looks good. Go up here and do some maintenance tomorrow. Everything looking good. This is holding up. It's doing this thing. Got plenty of hay in there, over 200 pounds of hay in there for now. It's good. Keep that hay nice and dry. And come eat out of there. The bean shack look good. Alright, now this is the drag thing that I was talking about that I created using old fencing. Couple old logs, 2x4s, and this is what I drag with. Came to eat my freaking lunch, man. I'm trying to eat lunch. I gave him some treats. Can you eat my freaking lunch, man? Yeah, now you want to take a hit? You start over there eating apples. Start eating all your apples. No, this is my food. You can't have beef stew. Can't have beef stew. Nope. I gave you carrots over there. You got potatoes too? No, you don't got potatoes. I like the apples. You look as sad as you want to look. I don't care. Look as sad as you want to look. I'm going to nibble on my arm. I'm playing. I'm going to nibble on my arm. I'm trying to eat my lunch. You want to eat your lunch? I'm trying to eat my lunch. Go eat your lunch. I'm trying to eat my freaking lunch. Like a giant freaking dog. Go eat your apples. Go. You gotta go, Sue. Start gonna eat them all. You're gonna be mad again. No, bro. It's my lunch. A lot of people say, oh, them the animals don't like you. You don't take care of them. You leave them all nice and dirty. Ain't nothing I can do about this daggone burdock. I was going to cut all the burdock down. Cut it down, it grows. I clean the horses' manes out. They go right back in it. Good shit. At this point, I'm just gonna let it grow, die. Pulling out the manes later. Later this one, you can go right back in it. Rolling around. This is my lunch. Real boost too. You can't have it in there. You gotta say something. So, I have something to eat right before I leave. Give me straight. Something to give me straight. Uh-oh, you better go check. You better go check. I think Sue ate it all. So yeah, let me show you what we've been doing so far. See back around. It's hot, man. Have my overalls on. Do well. All right, see, it's all in my grill. All in my grill. But yeah, as I told you, it's going to take a little bit of money, a little bit of time in order to get the bedding the way I want the bedding. A nice layer, a nice 6 to 8, 10 foot, 10 inch, whatever layer. And what we're going to do is kind of just let this kind of stay here and only clean out the extremely wet soil spots or the poop and stuff like that, and just let it build up for the winter time. You know, I'm tired. Yeah, so that's what we've been doing. What I've noticed today with the pellet bedding, where they pee a lot at in here, it just kind of sticks together, and it makes it really easy for it to just be scooped up with the rake over there, thrown into the wheelbarrow, taken over to the compost in section. But it's a nice, maybe I would say back in this section here, this from that pole over there, back in that section, it's probably a good 8 inches there, a good 6 inches here, and probably a good 4 to 6 inches here, and then its thinnest spot is here towards the front, and from there on, that's the thinnest spot. So it goes for probably about 5 inches down to 3, down to 2, down to, you know, just a trace down here. And that's simply because this is where they walk in and out. I don't want to get a lot of bedding up this way that they're going to be kicking out, but I did put this little kickboard kind of thing to help them not drag their feet out, to keep some of that stuff in there. As you can see, you know, over the past 2 weeks, 3 weeks, you know, it's not much that comes out, you know, and it's just going to break back down to soil. But if I can keep it in there, I'm going to keep it in there. These guys. All right, the other thing that we've done, remember that big old thing that I was going to use for water catchment? Something say you can't use that one, get a new one. So I ended up cutting it open. I'm glad that I cut it open because it had like this sticky stuff in it. And then when I smelt the sticky stuff, so I guess he got an old honey. Somebody must have kept honey in that at some point. So I had to rinse that out, clean that out. I cut it in half, and I said, let me use that for my hay station. So I'm filled the halves up, put a tarp down in there, filled it up with hay. I have some more hay that I'm gonna put on top of this. And you know, they have a good amount of hay for them. But that thing is huge. I mean, it's what, 3.5 feet this way, like 4 foot that way, you know, and it's almost 2 foot deep, you know. So it's filled, both of them are filled really tight with hay, square bales. So that's going to be another awesome thing that we've done. Other than that, you know, just kind of doing some work, you know, things that I kind of rushed on. I needed a couple more screws up there, so I went ahead and got those in. Filled the water troughs, cleaned the water troughs back up, you know, and just kind of hanging out. I'm actually getting ready to go do me a little bit of shooting back in the back, and yeah, I'm gonna go from there. All right, I'll talk to y'all in a little. All right. We did quite a bit today. Notice I put some hay in here early. You know, and this is a mixture of some Timothy, some Orchard, and then on top of that, I mixed in some some chopped Timothy, Orchard, and oat. And I put it in here early, and I did an earlier video about, you know, cutting that in half and getting that in here. But I noticed the horses weren't coming in. Like, they would come, sniff, and like really want some, and kind of lean in, but then like jump back and take off. And I was like, okay, what could it be? And I figured it's probably the sidewalls, you know, not being able to see. The horses like to be able to see what the heck is going on around them, apparently. Oh man, I got dust all in my nose. Excuse me. So I was like, all right, let me go ahead and take those metal sides off. And as soon as I took those metal sides off, I noticed one thing in particular with the building, or with the cover. Side to side, very strong. Back and forth, oh, it's a little weak. It's a little weak there. It's a little weak there. So I have to figure out what to do in order to strengthen that up from rocking back and forth. Do I think this thing is going to fall down? No, I do not think it's going to fall down. Down here on the bottom, right there, I have 8-inch structural screws in, you know, all the way around on the bottom, holding these side pieces up here, holding this here, holding that there, up there, holding those cross beams, rafters, whatever the hell you call them. Everything pretty much has at least one 8-inch screw. Now these right here, these are 6-inch framing screws. All right, so I have 8-inch screws and I have 6-inch screws in there. Then I have a couple 4-inch screws, but nothing under that. You know, so everything is either structural or framing. So like I said, I got to figure out the rocking back and forth, and I think I have to just get some 2x4s and sturdy up this top. Go from here, there, there, kind of box it in again. And then the other thing that I'm going to do, I'm going to kind of take pieces of wood like that, because I actually like how that looks, and I'm just going to go across it. Well, you know, close up that top, and the horses go in the front and through the sides and whatnot. All right, so back here, this is an old board that was used for something else. Those nails, they're in there deep. You know, they don't really want to pull out. So pretty much what I did was, as I'm doing now, I'm just kind of pushing them towards the inside. When I come back, I'll figure something out. Or simple enough, I just go ahead and boom, took care of it. Took care of it. So the horses can reach the hay. They can put, you know, feet over this log if they want. But those bottom logs are there because at some point I'm going to, after I get this structure completely solid, I'm going to jack it up, finish the beams across, and put some sled skids underneath, so this thing can be moved to wherever I need it to be moved. Alright, so over here I worked on, I have missed a couple screws, so I worked on that, got those couple screws and moved here, one of them over here, got my water cleaned up. These jokers, they just make a mess of the hay. You know, always put a little bit of hay on the inside for them right here. Got the bedding down like we talked about earlier. The horses have been in here. They've been in here laying down, you know, doing their things. You see one spot's right here, and the other one spot is about over there. So they've been in here laying down. Picked up a bunch of wood. Got my trash can full for burning next week. And then that frame that came off of that thing I was going to use for the water catchment, I'm going to just use that to store logs, firewood. Get it, it's off the ground. I could put a quick cover on top of it because I have more sheet metal pieces over there. And I have a piece of this silk, this gray one that should fit that. So I'll just go ahead and put a top on there, oversized top on there, and that just be my north side wood collection station. So we'll have wood. There we go. You know, they're smart. I'm not worried that they're not going to get it. They're smart. They're smart. Well, other than that, not much of anything. Just taking care of the horses, doing a little bit of maintenance, and you know, going from there. And all right, guys. Looking good, though, I'll tell you that much. All right, let me go ahead and finish packing up and get out of here. Yeah, I do love this Cobalt 24 Max electric chainsaw. It does a lot. It does a lot. It does a lot. It's taken down a total of 12 trees so far, and I have mostly used it to do my little notching out instead of running the gas ones. I used it to do my notching out of wood, and it just makes life that much easier. And so now they're more comfortable eating off the hay. I'm just gonna go ahead and move this one. Watch out, Court. Go ahead and just move this one a little closer. They got what they need, man. What else can I say, man? What else can I say?
Elle m'a dit je veux un homme, pas quelqu'un qui me rend malheureuse. Elle fait bugger mon téléphone, je crois que là ça devient sérieux. Elle veut que je fasse un choix de vie. Soit on fait nos vies tous les deux, soit je tiens la route avec mes potes. Madame est bien trop dangereuse.
You smell the oats in there, just eat it, man. Stop trying to be picky. You too broke to be bougie.
Elle fait bloquer mon téléphone, je crois que là ça devient sérieux.
You too broke to be bougie.
Elle m'a dit je veux un homme, pas quelqu'un qui me rend malheureuse. Elle fait bloquer mon
Yeah, maybe Crosby. I'll figure it out. I'll have it done next week. I'm just gonna pick up 10 2x4s and go from there. That's across from where the house will be. We're on the main pasture. We're on the main pasture right now. This is across from where the house will be. West side of the main pasture. With these few trees, where these logs are, you're looking at the driveway. At the driveway still. Driveway. Curves in, and the house site is here. So what would be facing us right now is the side of our garage where that chair is, and then all this back here. It's pasture grounds and animal grounds, pasture grounds, animal grounds, pasture grounds, animal grounds, more trees are falling. Pasture grounds, animal grounds. Okay, my wife. We go back here. We're still in the horse main paddock, and then that cuts off about here where it droops down, and it's a little creek that runs through there, and it droops down right there. And then on the other side of that is our shooting range, and it goes back that way. Goes back that way for the shooting range. But we're in the main horse paddock. I still haven't figured out what to do with the side of that yet. Worst case scenario is I'll just put up a piece of the PVC roofing and just cover it up in the winter until I figure it out. But the main structure is done. It's nice and dry, it's nice and warm, has good bedding for them, and they seem to really enjoy it. Went ahead and put my log down there as, like, I guess a kickboard. I don't know what to call that thing, or what you call it, to kind of keep the bedding and stuff inside. Now, closer here to the entry of the Northside shelter, it's only about 2 inches of bedding, and it goes from 2 inches up to, you know, it's about 6 inches back here, about 8 to 10 inches over there, about 6 inches over on this side, behind here about 6 inches, and it fades back down to about 2 inches to it's very thin out here. The horses seem to love it. Superstar eating. Oh, did I hit it? Oh, shit. I hit the damn water trap. Ugh. All right, it's good. All right, see y'all in a day, so. Corky's eating hay. Good to see that. I'm glad to see that. Now they're comfortable doing it. Star's eating some, which over there is the hay stretcher feed. So when I get here, I start to soak their beets and their oats, and then I give them some sweet feed as a treat. And then halfway through the time I'm here, I give them the oats and the beets, and then before I leave, I just give them a mixture of the hay stretcher and some pelletized stuff, horse feed. They don't necessarily need it, you know, with all the pasture green they have to eat and foraging they have to eat, but and hay they have to eat. But I think they enjoy it. You enjoy it. I mean, if the house is already built, you'll be getting it on a daily basis, or every other day, one of the two. Had their carrots, their grapes, their blueberries, their fresh food as well. All right, let me get out of here. All right, buddy. Start to clean up all this stuff. And I know what I'm doing with the pasture grounds and all that. So all of these posts, or not all of them, these two giant ones, these two big ones, this one and this one, they're going to be dug up with the concrete still on them, and I'm going to hammer or get some steel that goes through it somehow, and then we're going to dig that smaller one up and leave the concrete and the steel in there, bigger hole, put it back down in the ground right over there, more sturdy, and then take that and we can use that one somewhere else. Take that one, we can use that one somewhere else. This one will probably stay here. and it's gonna have like the first two, but it's no point because this is only gonna be used to get hay and stuff in, or stuff that I need on this side of the property into this, and that's about it. Trying to figure that out. I'm trying to figure that out today. I got some lattice. I got this white one here. Now you see right there. It's the vinyl, PVC vinyl stuff. I mean, I got it for $1. You can't beat that. I got it for $1. So I'm going to try to figure it out there. One thing that I don't like for sure is that it's white, because I don't have anything white on here. You know, the rooftop, it's that tan, natural tan, boards in a natural, you know, shade they are. Have the aluminum side, you know, inside got the natural earth tones and stuff like that. So I'm going to try to figure out what to do with it. I might just put it on anyway and then come back and paint it. I got my header board on this side. Get ready to screw that down. You know, the horses over here eating hay in the hay shack. I figured out what I needed to do. You know, just go with a cross beam from down to that corner to the top corner on both sides, and did that. And it just made it extremely sturdy. For the horses, extremely sturdy. So that's working out really, really well. Also, you know, they just not messing with this hay, this particular hay. I got this hay from Southern States. And you know, this is all the stuff that they kicked out, you know, to the back, and they just weren't messing with it. So I'm not even gonna put it back in. I'm just gonna take it over to the composting section and let it do that. But as of right now, I'm on my little break. Need to clean out the little bit of boo-boo later on. I'll take care of that. But I'm on my little bit of break, man. Making me some tea as I'm burning some trash and some wood up. Now tea's looking good. I'm trying to get away from the coffee. Drink more tea. Healthier for you. But yeah, that's pretty much what I'm doing today. But I'll come back with another video in a little while. Just a couple other little things I want to do. Let me see if I can go ahead and get them accomplished. Remember I was saying it was a little shaky. When I fixed that, this thing doesn't move at all in any direction. Fixed it with 2 bores. Went from that corner down to there, there, fixed it. That was nice, sturdy, 100%. We'll start in here since I ended in here. We're starting here with just did a little bit of maintenance and starting to finish putting it together. I don't know why. Maybe because I'm so picky with my dogs. I still haven't found the hay I really like for them. That I want to stock up on just to have reserve. So I put in a large order for a few of the bags, that I like, so we're gonna go with that for now. The hay supply I was gonna use, I got some more from them. The horses didn't eat it, and I'll show you that. And they're not eating it. And he says horse quality, so I guess it's not these bougie horse quality. But, I'm down to 1 bag. I put in the order while I was up here. And we'll go over to the next space. Let me close this up. Oh, yeah, but started to finish out the floor. As you can see down there, we're going to take that floor all the way up. And down around the cans back here, we're going to leave those gaps for airflow, so I can continue to have good airflow on this side around these cans, especially because these cans are their feed cans, and they're full of feed. So I'm going to keep good airflow there, but finished out the floor from here on out, and I'm going to put a couple more shelves up and things of that sort, as I go along. Like I said, I got an order in for that one, and Dumars, and it's one other brand that they really like. Damn, I'm about to leave my drill. I can leave the screws. I don't need the screws, but I need the drill. All right. Be patient with me. One hand at the moment, my other hand is full. As I'm doing this, I'm getting ready to leave, but this is the feed shack. It's been working out extremely well. It's been weather tight, and I have no complaints with it. I'm extremely happy with what it's been doing. I haven't seen any more animal poop in there since I finished out the chicken wire on the bottom. So it's doing its job. I love it. So over here, the hay shack. So with the hay shack, remember how I said that, I probably said it on 2 other videos today, but remember how I said, it wasn't sturdy going back and forth the way I wanted it. It was sturdy going left and right, but not back and forth. So what I did was run a couple of 2x4s from the upper corner down to the lower corner on the sides, and it did the trick. I felt like I didn't need to put the 3rd one there. Because of the metal, and once I put the 2 side ones on, that was it. It's rock solid. It's not moving. So I can go ahead now and finish out the bottom part like I want to do, and so I can get my skis underneath it when I need to move it. But yeah, this is the hay shelter. Now what's inside of here, in this one, it's 4 bags of chopped hay, and it's some non-chopped hay, and I took those 4 different bags and I mixed them all together, and it's 4 bags of chopped hay and 3 bags of not chopped hay, and I mixed it all together and fluffed it up so they can eat off of that. This one is the same thing. I just did both of them the same daggone way. The horses are eating out of them. As you can see, they got their head prints going after it. But it's hay. It's a lot of hay in here. It's a lot of hay. So that's what, 50-pound bags. I have a total of, what's that? 4, 3, 7 50-pound bags in each one. Y'all do the math. My brain is right now for math. All right. So the hay shelter is done. Just moved the other trough here, but what I did was changed out the top. I put the smaller hole one over there, put the larger hole one back here. I got to get a screen. I made a mistake when I first did it, but maybe I'll keep this one specifically for like the apples and the carrots and the fresh foods that I feed them, and let the other one be for the grain. Yeah, problem solved. Just figured it out. Problem solved. All right, I'll fix that dent later. Over here on the north side shelter, I went ahead and put up the header and screwed down that edge, so that side is done. I went ahead and just closed that up for now, but I specifically looked for one that has that hole in it, and the reason for that hole, I'm going to run whatever solar system that I put on the inside. That's going to be the hole to get it out, to get the sun, because over on this side gets the most sun throughout the day. Even now that it's starting to, we're in fall and getting ready to go into winter, all that, this side gets the most sun of the day. And if you look up there, right above the roof line, if I was to put it up there, it would still be collecting sun at this present moment. All right, and we're getting into the evening. All right, so on the front, big change on the front. I needed to close it up. I felt like I needed to close it up. So I figured it out how I can get my country / modern look and keep the thing going. And boy, that looks great to me. That looks really great to me. So I went ahead and got up a piece of the 8-foot steel. One of the pieces I took from over there. I just got it up here. Screwed it on, made sure it's real tight, added another post beam, got it up on a brick. Don't need the brick. I can remove the brick and it'll be up because it's screwed in at the top and down here at the bottom and into, and the metal, steel, whatever roofing panel is screwed on, wall panel, roof panel, whatever the heck that thing is screwed onto that board too. So this thing is stupid solid. All right. The other thing with this, I left this knob here, one, so I could hang the salt block here and it's still underneath roof cover, but also it's just giving the horses something they can just rub their, chins on, or Star can rub the chin, and Corky too, for the most part. Well, here's one down lower. Corky typically uses a post inside here. So inside here, now this is what we're looking like. This is what we're looking like now. Boom. Smaller door, but it's still plenty of room for the horses to come out. They could probably still stand side by side and go out. But it's plenty of room, and it's a little more coverage, so a little more shade. It'll help when I keep the hay and stuff in here. Right now, I just have the mineral block sitting in there because I stuffed that thing full of hay, and I'll probably drop a little bit of treats in here for them before I go. As far as the roof, just like I said, I needed to get a couple more pieces, got them, put them up there, because this board was one of the boards I got for like $1.50. It had that curve right there, which I wish I would have paid attention to when I put them up, because I would have just flipped the board. It would have been straight, but I didn't flip the board, and so I had to, put a couple of wedges screwed down. These are all screwed down into there. These are all screwed down into there, so that's sturdy. A couple more right here just to hold this extra long flap up. It's not needed, but just for security purpose, I guess, for myself mentally. But the horses, man, have been using it. The bedding is still at a good density, thickness. I don't know what to say, but added a couple more bags of the pine just on top. Next week I'll probably add some more cedar to it just to give that nice cedar aroma, help keep out some more of the bugs, and continue to add on to it after that. to get to the layer that I want. Definitely next week I keep putting this off. I don't know why. Maybe I just keep forgetting about it. I need to go ahead and put the PVC runner down here at the bottom like I did in the back there. Man, that thing is working so awesome. Working so awesome. But the horses enjoy it. They're staying nice and dry and warm, and you know, if it's hot, they're staying cool. I have no complaints with that. You can tell the horses have been looking at it. It's all dirty around here. They've definitely been looking out of here. It's all dirty. All down there. All dirty all around. Dirt all around. Yeah, so they've definitely been using it. Somebody said they're worried about the horses kicking out and breaking a glass window. Down here is that plexiglass stuff. It's not glass. This one is glass here, but I don't see a reason why they would be kicking that daggone high, and what for? You know, I can see like a little coyote come mess when they kick lower, but I don't see up high. Over here, this hole, I'm still not sure what I want to do with this hole. Something saying, you know, put your fans and stuff here in this section. And then something is saying, you know, put a window, and then something is saying do something else. I'm just saying close it up. I don't know. So I just put a piece of the leftover metal there for now, and then I'll get some more. When I get some more boar's meal, I'll put one of these just across the top, and it'll close it up for winter, and I don't have to worry about it during winter, and I can just really think about what I want to do with it and go from there. But this looks awesome. This barn is awesome. Or Northside Shelter. It's not a barn, it's a shelter. It's just a shelter, it's not a barn. You know, but it's awesome. It's awesome. Yeah, so I left this here, you know, so I can, let me see if I can flip. No, I can't flip the phone, but I left it there so I can do this. I can put my phone there and I can talk to everybody and say, hey, what's going on? This is the man, Chris Jones, Novocaine Kennels, and now Novocaine Kennels and the homestead. You know, we can do something like that. But man, you can kind of see the view, and it's like, oh man, this is pretty dope, and everything's out here. Everybody's having a good time. All right. So yeah, so on the outside of it, you know, that's what it's looking like there. I'm not tripping. I mean, this side is faced towards, which is the gun range / part of the hunting grounds. Got my cans. Inside my cans is lime. So I like to keep that dry. Did some burning. That is totally out good. That's my pile of wood that I'm starting as I'm working on these other structures and just kind of cleaning up. I'm throwing some good logs in there, and that will be moved further down at some point to accommodate the fire pit that we'll have out here. About here anyway. So it doesn't have far to go. I might just leave it there and move it back to the fence line once I put the fence in. But it's there to collect logs, and it'll be a fire pit. Northside Shelter fire pit will be here. And yeah. I gotta get that tree out of there from behind the barn, the shelter. All right, so over here, all them blue jays and stuff, tweet, tweet, tweet. Over here, did a little bit of work back here, just kind of stacked up some logs and sticks and stuff, and starting to move that stuff down here to where, let's cross over this little creek bed. Oh man. All right, over here. So I'm starting to pile that stuff up over there. Some of this thick brush, some of this brush from the cedars that I'm taking down, especially this one. I gotta finish getting this one out. Part of that log that I used to close it up some today, part of it came off of this one tree that's still down there. Next week I'll go ahead and finish getting this tree out of there and getting the log up on something dry over there, and just waiting to be used. But over here, this is the Rabbitat. This is going to be the Rabbitat. I'm just going to be piling it up and encouraging rabbit to move in. This is part of the hunting ground back here. This is the rabbit hunting ground back here. As you can see, it's a lot of nice coverage. I'm going to be cleaning this thing up, making it look really, really good. I should have grabbed my 38 before I walked back here. There was some coyotes early, but I wanted to kind of keep it flowing with that space down there. It's really thick down in there. I've seen plenty of rabbits go down up in there, so I want to just kind of pile this area up and use it as a rabbitat on the property to encourage rabbits to stay here and breed here, feel safe here until we can get them to eat them. All right, wild rabbit. But other than that, we're in the back portion over where those trees are right there. That'll be fenced off, and that side is like more of the horse enclosure section over there, or part of that yard. Well, we're down here by the creek bed. I'm glad I came down here. I needed to come down here. What's been going on? Like some deers came through here. Nice one, actually. Look at it. Really big. Nice size deer came through here. I jumped up because I heard a sound I did not like. It sounded like a dog running through some brush. I'm going to go back up out of here. Blue jays, birds all over the place. We got plenty of cedars to get out of here. Got some trees to take down. But this is part of the hunting ground and shooting range. The range portion is 2 trees that look like a V straight ahead. It's going to be there. The backstop and stuff is going to be about there, because I want to keep it away from the creek so we can still walk around the creek, because we have a lot of turkeys that just kind of sit down over there. So we want to kind of keep that. And then we get a lot of turkeys that run all through here. So all of this back here so far, what you're looking at, is part of the hunting grounds. There's a lot of action going on back here today. But that's the other rabbitat that we started over there. And that one's pretty long. We just... Oh, this is where I drug that tree. I was like, what the fuck is going on? Drug something out of here. But yeah, this is just part of it, man. Part of the giant homestead. Oh, there's the 22 target. Tell my son I found it. You need to paint it up. I'll throw it on there. These for them, see. And also, like, we're in the hunting grounds. We're in part of the hunting grounds right now, and looking out into the hunting grounds. And it goes back over there and up. But the creek runs right down the back of it. And where we'll be setting up like our blind and stuff, it's back here. There's a few trees back there. Black walnut trees, this one looks like it's dead. It's just be firewood. This one just needs to be cleaned up. But yeah, it's a lot to do, and not having to rush to secure them in a small enclosure is I guess the best thing that happened, we found another way to enter into our property. So the access points that we have now, they're strictly for animal yard accesses. Or this one up here that I normally use is for animal access to the animal yard, and then the other one at the far end is going to be used for the orchard yard. And then, you know, we're looking out into the hunting grounds. Like our blind is going to be way back here, looking out to the underground. All of our shooting is going to be going down at the slope, down into the bank on the other side. Well, it's going to be a backstop back there. You're looking at right here, you're seeing that little dip down right on the other side of that hill. It's such a beautiful piece of property. Everything falls down there. Beautiful piece of property. So I'm just taking my time now, man. Just enjoying myself while I'm up here cleaning up, working on the shelters, getting them winterized is pretty much what I'm doing. Is getting them winterized, and from there, the horses should be straight. All right, catch you on the next one.